Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Educationist, your own YouTube channel. Today's video is going to very informative, very useful for the students who are going to know about sonnets. Today in this video lecture we will discuss what is sonnet, history of sonnet, types of sonnet. Last but not the least, we will discuss about Shakespearean sonnet and also explain one of the most famous Shakespearean sonnet. So let's see what is sonnet. Sonnet is a highly stylized fixed verse form intended to be invented by Italian Renaissance poet in the 13th century. In 13th century, there was a poet named Francisco Petrarch, Italian poet, father of Renaissance, and he is pioneer of sonnet. So he basically introduced the sonnets. The word sonnet derives from the Italian word sonetto, meaning the little song. All sonnets have 14 lines and follow a fixed rhyme scheme. English sonnets features iambic pentameter, which consists of 5 two-syllables metrical feet, in which the first syllable is unstressed and the second syllable is stressed. A sonnet develops a single sentiment or idea and generally has a clarification or turn of thoughts somewhere in the later half, usually either at 9 or 13 lines. It was basic information about sonnet. Now let's see what are the types of sonnets. There are mainly two types of sonnet. Remember the point, there are only two main types of sonnets, Petrarchan sonnet and Shakespearean sonnet. First of all, we will discuss about Petrarchan sonnet and then about Shakespearean sonnet. Petrarchan sonnets. Basically, Petrarchan sonnets are named after the Italian poet Petrarch, who was born in 1304 and he was died in 1374. It divides the 14 lines into two sections. An 8-line stanza known as octave. Point to be noted is that 14 lines and first stanza is divided into octave, and it consists of 8 lines with rhymes A B B double A B B A, and 6-line stanza known as sestet, which rhyme as C D C D C D C D double E D E C D E C D E C D C D D C or C D E D C E. Okay, this can be the rhyme scheme of Petrarchan sonnets. And now we will move towards Shakespearean sonnets. If we talk about the structure of Shakespearean sonnet, it is totally different from Petrarchan sonnet. Basically, Shakespearean sonnet is divided into three parts, three sections. First three sections are called quatrain, which every quatrain consists of 4 lines, and last we have a couplet which consists of 2 lines. This is the structure of Shakespearean sonnets. Let's see who was Shakespeare before we move towards his sonnets. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and died 1666, an English poet, playwright, and actor widely regarded as one of the greatest writers in the history of English literature. He was preeminent dramatist of English language. He wrote almost 38 plays and 154 sonnets, and all his work are still performed, studied, and admired even today. So this is the importance of Shakespeare. Basically, William Shakespeare was a playwright. His major works include Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, A Midsummer's Night Dream, and The Tempest. William Shakespeare's most famous sonnets include "Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day," which is also known as sonnet number 18, and sonnet number 130, "My Mistress' Eyes." It is very beautiful sonnet. Sonnet number 116 is one of the most important and most famous sonnet of William Shakespeare, Let Me Not, to the Marriage of Two Minds. And sonnet number 29 is also very famous, when in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes. And 138 sonnet, when my love swears that she is made of truth. These are the main and very important, very famous poems, very famous sonnets of William Shakespeare's. If we talk about William Shakespeare as a sonneteer, so we can say Shakespeare is credited with writing 154 sonnets, which were published in a single volume in 1609. Usually, it is considered that most of first 126 sonnets seems to address to a fair youth, someone referred to as handsome youth man, while most of the later sonnets were addressed to a dark lady. These are two objects William Shakespeare has dedicated his sonnets. It is very important to know about the object of the sonnets. There are mainly two objects of Shakespearean sonnet, fair youth and the dark lady. The point is that who was fair youth? The very first 126 sonnets seems to be directed to a handsome young man, often referred to by critics as a fair youth. It is still a mystery who was fair youth. The identity of the fair youth is still is not known by anyone. Even critics are unable to know about the exact identity of fair youth. Second object of the Shakespearean sonnet is dark lady. Of the last 28 sonnets, most seems to be directed to or about a dark lady, a lady with dark hair, dark eyes, and a dark complexion, who is cruel and unfaithful to the speaker, who is hopelessly in love with her. Her character is not very good. He is basically dark by character. So, this was basic information about Shakespearean sonnets. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do subscribe for more informative lectures.